Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Pastor Ron. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Listen, man, like I've said in the past, relationships are where God has really been using me and graced me to use. And I want to share a very brief video in answering the question, how long should Christian folks date? I don't want to just sit here and have it for just Christians. I think this is good rule of thumb in general, because just because you're a Christian don't mean you don't have the same goals. So just to preface with my story and my example. So I began, I don't want to get in trouble and give the wrong information. I began dating my wife in December of 2010. I'm sorry. December 2009. We were engaged October 2nd, 2010, and we were married on May 28th, 2011. So between our dating and marriage, it was a year and a half or so. That was at 17 months, 17 months of that in order for us to get married, right? Yeah, so whatever that is, about 17 months. So I am a person that may be a bad example, so I don't base it on my experience, but a lot of what I shared and decided to do, that's it works. So I think, so the reason, again, so we were engaged from October to May. What is that? 7 months. I am a proponent. Here's the thing. All right, let's backtrack. Let me say it correctly and properly. So one thing that we have to be aware of is the elephant in the room is sex. Everything is not about sex. Fornication is not the only thing, but one of the things that kind of guided us into not dating for too long is because of the fear of falling in sin. Listen, don't let folks lie to you and think, the only reason, you just got to pray over your private parts so you don't have sex. Nah, fam, that's a cap. A lot of what is required to abstain from falling into fornication or any other type of any type of sin is wisdom. It's saying, you know what? If we're sitting here dating for 2 or 3 years, we're going to fall. Especially when, you see how beautiful she is and like, oh man, I want to do this and then you're going to fall. So a lot of it requires a level of wisdom. And that's the wisdom we applied there. It's not the only reason why I wanted to marry her, but that's also a factor. Like, to me, I don't understand how folks could be dating 5, 6, 7 years and not fall into sex. It's possible through the grace of God, of course. With God, all things are possible, but it's unlikely. Especially when you get comfortable, like you might as well, let's do this. Let's taste. Let me taste this. Let me look at this. Let me see that. You're going to fall. So I'll be remiss if I don't mention the elephant in the room, which is fornication. And that dating for too long may lead to a place of danger. Another thing I want to talk about is the mindset of a man. A man immediately, when I say immediately, that's within the first couple of months, knows if you're somebody he wants to pursue for marriage, or if you're somebody that's just a link, or if you're somebody he don't know about. And if you have not been proposed to by a man for years, he just don't know if he wants to marry you. There's things in him or in you that he is not sure he wants to deal with for the rest of his life. He's worried, like, no one should go into marriage about thinking about your escape route. And they could be like, well, you know what, man, if I marry her now, it's harder to get a divorce. If I date her, I could just leave and just break up. So oftentimes people are just like, I don't know if it's going to work out. And because I don't know if it's going to work out, let me just tag you along and date for all this time because it's easier it's a less messy breakup than a divorce. So if he's not proposing to you for years, he's either don't view you as a wife, or he's just not interested in you. So unfortunately, that, I know it sounds messed up, but it's true. Like, that's just how things work. I'm sorry. Because guys are decisive. When they want something, they go get it. Nothing stops them from getting it. If I need to rob a store to get you a ring, I'm going to get you a ring because I want to marry you. If I got to steal money to get you that ring, guys, I'm exaggerating. Of course, Pastor Ron's not saying to go commit crimes now. But if that's what is in your mind, you're going to do this. And nothing's going to hold you back. When you know, guys don't need that much time to figure out if you are the one they want to marry. They'll have 8 kids with you and say, you know what, if I leave, I'll just pay child support. Then sit there and be committed to you. And that should tell a lot. And listen, sidebar, Pastor Ron is not saying, I'm not trying to cause no drama, no beef, but I just want to tell you the truth. Don't go leave your man now and say Pastor Ron on his YouTube channel was like, yo, you don't want me that much. The truth's the truth. So I think we're decisive. So I don't think dating should last years upon years, and another reason why dating is prolonged is because he or she's not ready, and which is understandable. But I want to ask you a question, and please answer in the comments or reach out to me. If you're not ready for marriage, then why are you dating? Dating is something I said in the previous video. We have to date with purpose. If I'm not ready to marry, if I'm not ready to sacrifice and give my life to someone else, then that means that I shouldn't be dating. Sit your behind somewhere, heal in the corner, go to therapy, go to counseling, seek the Holy Spirit, find different ways to heal. And I'm not against healing, but if you're not healing, then you should stay single. Because once you date, you should be dating on purpose. Dating with the intention of marriage. And if you need healing, that's cool. I'm not mad at that. But then you should also be single. Then keep your unhealed behind in the corner by yourself. Do girl dates, hang out with your friends. Do solo dates by yourself. Do all that. And then when you are healed and you're ready, then you should be at a place of dating. Not just emotionally, financially. Make sure your money is in order. You don't wait until you find a woman to begin to save and prepare for a wedding. A lot of times I've met young ladies that prior to dating, they have their wedding dress picked out. They have a book and a journal with all this stuff planned, their wedding list, all that stuff is already planned out because they know that's the end result. It's not once he asked a question and she's like, oh my God, I gotta pick a dress. I have no idea what I want. If you speak to a mature woman right now, she will tell you exactly what kind of ring she wants. That's not reactionary to the question of, hey, what kind of ring you want? They have all this mapped out. So if you're not ready for it, it's cool. Then stay single. Stay by yourself until you're healed and you're ready and your money is in order. If it's a financial issue, if it's all, you don't wait until you find your fiance or your future wife to prepare for your wedding. You are preparing for a wedding now. So when that happens, it's quicker. I don't want to say that, it's a dead end or it's impossible, but a rule of thumb and some pastoral advice, dating should not be that long. And if someone refuses to marry you, especially if you bring it up and you drop hints and they don't want to talk about it, then there's a bigger issue that you have to resolve. There's something that's off, and it's not marriage. They're cheating. That's more extreme, but there's something else. They're just not ready. They are not into you that much to call you their wife or call you her husband. They're not interested in you that much. They like you, they like dating you, but they don't see you as that. That's the harsh reality. So I would suggest that within a year, wedding conversations must happen. That's the answer to the question. I've given different reasons and different tips and stuff, but I think within a year, you guys should be talking about marriage. Like, hey, you know what? Some marriage movement. See, the money, ring, what kind of ring you like. She's dropping hints. He's like, oh, I'm going to send you these neighborhoods I like to live. Here's some zip codes of houses I want to buy in. And let me meet your family. Let me talk to your dad. There should be some movements. So within a year, and I think a good rule of thumb is 18 months from dating to marriage, maybe 2 years. But I think prior to that, there gotta be some movement within a year. If there's no talk, if the guy's not sharing future plans with you, he don't want to marry you. He don't like you like that. If she's not sending you, dropping hints, she don't view you as husband. So you might as well just break up. Or there has to be a conversation like, yo, whoa, we're just celebrating our 1 year anniversary, and I have not met your parents. I don't know your family. Why aren't we talking about our future together? Why, when you talk about your future, you're not including me in those discussions? Maybe he's just not ready or not interested. So to answer the question, it should take, I want to say 18, at the most 18 months to 2 years. Some shorter. If you're decisive, if you meet the girl and you say, this girl, Joanna, she is the one for me. It could take months because, again, you should be ready prior to dating. Like, oh, snap, I got the money stashed away. I already own my house. I got this. I know what ring I want. I know what dress I want. I have my list ready. My family knows him. 5 months, you could get engaged. It's possible if you want to do it. But within then. And if you don't, then what's the issue? Is it her? Is it you? Is it him? Or is it you? But that's the rule of thumb. That's, am I crazy? And it's not just about sex. It's just being more practical. Like, if someone's dating you for 10 years, and there's no mention, there's no movement towards marriage, he's not into you. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. So let me know. Give me feedback. What do you think? Am I crazy? Am I exaggerating? Am I being an old head, OG pastor? What am I doing? Tell me what you think. Hit me up. Let's have a discussion. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share this, listen, download. God bless you. I love you. Thank you for your time.